I'm Tanisha Arena, and you're listening to Unapologetic. So I think that Blue Lives Matter is wrapped up in a lot of different things, and the disconnect from the Black Lives Matter movement is wrapped up in a couple of things that I feel like we need to unpack. Two things can be true. You can be Black, a person of color, and support the police. You can be a police officer and also support Black Lives Matter. Because what if you are a Black officer in a blue uniform? And what does that mean for your life, for your experiences? I'd spoken before about how Black officers have shown up in plainclothes to the scene of crimes and been treated like they were suspects, and having to, proclaim like, I'm one of you, I'm an officer. And also when a Black person in a blue uniform is shot down, the Blue Lives Matter people are usually pretty quiet. And that's really telling, because when you're talking about blue lives, whose blue lives are you referring to that actually have value? I'm shocked, actually really not shocked, that there are officers who are turning in their badges, relinquishing their pensions and connections to their careers because they don't want to learn new ways or unlearn or give up their perceived right to brutalize Black bodies. What's that all about? I'm not against the police. I'm against police brutality. We're talking about an institution that evolved from the fugitive slave catchers, and there were laws on our books that supported this behavior. And as an institution that hasn't been reckoned with, we shouldn't have a Latina officer fired from her job because she posted about support for Black lives. I think as an officer, that's part of her job. If it's protecting and serving the community that you're a part of, then you have the right to critique that in your organization when it's not doing the right things. For officers who brutalize Black and brown bodies, terrorize people in their communities, those aren't the officers that we want to support. If they do need to step away because they don't want to learn how to protect and serve everyone, I don't have a problem with that. Sometimes the trash needs to take itself out. I said what I said. These are things that we have to reckon with. These are conversations that we need to have, because it's not about the blue life. Because regardless of the uniform that you put on, it's the individuals that are showing up to these jobs. Who's showing up? So it's us as individuals to learn and unlearn, to become anti-racist, because it's the anti-racist person who's going to show up to become a police officer, to become a judge, to become a lawyer, a teacher, a nonprofit leader, right? To become a person in a position of power. And what are you going to do with the power that you have? Power doesn't change people, it just amplifies what was already there. So if you got something rotten inside and you're given a badge and a gun, what do you think's going to happen? That's exactly what we're seeing. I think that we should defund the police. Again, not because I don't want to have police, but the way that these systems are structured. There was a gentleman in Syracuse who showed up to a city council meeting, and he gave this magical example, explanation of why, like where our dollars are going. When your police officers don't even live in the community that they serve, they're taking that money back to their towns and paying their taxes over there that fund better schools and services. Meanwhile, the communities that they serve, where they're collecting their dollars, they're being drained. We've got to stop that from happening. So not only do we need police officers who are part of our community so that maybe they won't shoot your kids in the back because they know them and they know your mom and dad and cousins, but we need those dollars here in our communities to fund our schools, music education, arts, sports, after school programs, things that would probably decrease crime because young people will have something to do. People can become involved and engaged. We've all got to participate in this process. And it's more than just blue lives versus Black Lives Matter. This is about our communities. This is about our future. This is about the structure of our society and how we know that it was founded on a lie. It's time to tell the truth about the lie, and it's time to do the work to fix it, to make it better. because that's how we get to the place of saying with absolute certainty that all lives matter.